you should do it the other
Princeton,
way.
you like
If you had more time and more materials, how would you enhance your
We
design?
would get
Add an elevated piece here.
What's the elevator?
Like, make it more
You said an
higher.
elevated piece. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Our project is basically doomed, so.
I wouldn't say that. Presley, why would you add an elevated piece?
So when it's going down, it has enough speed to go over
Try
there.
right now.
Yeah, similar issue.
Learning from failure is an important part of STEM learning experiences. Lamont shares how failure can be a motivator for youth. Watch and listen as he uses questions to encourage youth to identify what they've learned after their designs failed to solve the problem.
We have to give it enough acceleration. See?
Failure is a great motivator. Sometimes it helps if some of them do fail. Those are the best ways to kind of reinforce that concept that we're always learning, right?
You're showing us the sketch, which is excellent. What challenges did you have when you actually tried to build your prototype?
Our cereal box wouldn't be steady. And we had to keep putting tape on tape and stuff like that.
This is a good example of things looking good when we have our initial idea and then kind of looks different when we actually try to build it, right? Can you imagine trying to build this in outer space on Mars? The good thing is that your idea is solid, and I think you understand what you needed to do. You just needed a little bit more time and some more materials, right?
I remember we were working on an activity where the group had to build really a transport device to get across a bridge. One group didn't make it, but their design was so unique that they created a new way to transport something across the bridge. They hadn't really fleshed out their idea all the way, and they're like, oh, this isn't working. And a lot of times learners will get frustrated. We see that all the time, right? If they don't get that immediate success, that immediate gratification, sometimes you have to kind of keep them focused and reel them back in, especially if others around them are progressing or they see their projects working. I said, okay, well, the design you have is very unique. What I want you to do, instead of focusing on what's going on around you, figure out how you can take what's working with your device, even though it's not completely working, take the good parts and enhance those. They were able to design like a catapult type contraption that didn't necessarily fit the mold of what everybody else was doing, but they created another solution based on the design that they already had.
Keep in mind, when you're building something, it doesn't have to look like your first drawing, right? As long as you're able to understand what you need to do to fix it, okay? So even though nobody was able to complete it,
We learned from it.
what did we learn?
I learned how to work in a team
Okay,
and use the resources that we were given.
I like that.
Always ask, what challenges did you face? What was the hardest part about it? What changed from the time you started, from when you had your first idea, to when you actually had to build it and you were working towards completion? Failure isn't the end. That's just the next step, right? Okay, well, if we failed, that's part of the process. How do we enhance it? You go back to the beginning.